Hello friends, be here with a video for Whimsy stamps, and today we're going to be talking about ATCs. And I don't know if you remember my last video, it was talking about stencils, and we made these two, and I thought this is the perfect size to convert this into an ATC card, and then I can talk to you a little bit about what an ATC card is. So I'm going to be using these two that are made already and dry and perfect, ready to go. Then I'm going to be using this stamp set, which is the distress background and ink splats. And look at this, what Whimsy has in their website. Amazing. So if you are into making ATCs, this is a must have, because then you can decorate the back of your card and you can add all these fun things. This is the ATC frames and signatures clear stamp, and then of course I have to use this stamp because it's a honey bear. So this is the Hello Bear stamp set. Let's go ahead and make a couple of ATCs. So before we even start, I want to tell you what an ATC card is. So an ATC is an artist trading card, and the easiest way to think about this is that it's like a tiny piece of art that you can trade with other crafters, or if you don't want trading, you can also make them and have like a collection for yourself, which I think is super fun. So an ATC, they are always 2.5 by 3.5 inches, so that means they are the same size as a baseball card. They're easy to collect and very addicting, if I say so. And then you can put them in like little boxes, or you can put them in those sleeves. Let me show you, because I have one right here. And sorry for my chair, it's creaking. I usually record standing, but I've been having a lot of vertigo, so I need to sit down a lot. Anyway, you can also put them in these pockets, and it is so much fun, you guys, to make them. Once you start making them, I promise you that you're not going to want to stop. For your ATCs, you can use stamps, you can use coloring, you can use collage, you can use mixed media, stickers, washi tape, embellishments. Also, Whimsy Stamps has a little box where you can put it's a die to make a little ATC box where you can put your ATCs and send to somebody. And we're gonna work with that in my next video as well. And so there are not really strict rules for making an ATC. Just dump a bunch of creativity onto them and be happy and have fun. So we're gonna go ahead and start cutting these two. Okay, so here I have my guillotine, and I am trying to figure out how I want to cut this because I don't want to lose this part right here. So I am going to, let's see, I'm gonna cut a little bit of this side, and then some up here. I need this to be 2.5, so if I cut it right there, we should be good. And I am going to save these pieces. Don't think I'm going to throw this away. Oh no, ma'am. I am going to save these pieces for another project, because there's no wasting in my craft room, okay? And then 3.5. Oh, I don't want to lose all that glitter. No, let me try from here. Okay, I'm gonna do the same I did. I'm gonna cut as much as let's see. If I do 3.5 here, oh, that's fine. What I don't want to lose is the glitter. Oh my goodness, can you believe that? Again, I'm gonna save that piece. So here is one of them, and then I'm gonna speed up to cut through the other one. Now you can leave your ATCs as is, or you can round the corners as well. For today, I'm gonna leave them as is. So the first thing that I'm going to do is stamp the back. And I wanna do this because I don't know exactly if I am gonna put maybe my stamps with foam tape or anything, and I don't wanna smush them down. So let me see if this one fits here. No. Okay, let's just work one at a time. So I am gonna be using, let me see, I think the squigglies. I like the squigglies, or maybe, let me see. I also like this one. Let's do the squigglies. I am going to be using Memento Tuxedo Black because I'm not going to add any more water or any more paints or anything like that. So I don't think this is going to smear at all. But if I were to add more things, I would use an archival ink or something along those lines that you can use watercoloring, sprays, whatever you want to use, and it's not going to smear all over the place. Off camera, I have stamped and colored my images and my sentiment. I'm gonna put it aside for a moment. And then what I'm gonna do is add some of these stamps. I know this is chicken wire, but it kind of looks like honeycomb, so I'm gonna use that. Maybe this one. And what I like to do is because this is kind of like it is a mixed media project. What I like to do is that I don't use my Misty for this. I don't use a stamping block or anything because I don't want the impression of my stamp to be perfect. I actually want it to be kind of wonky. So I am gonna speed through this part. I am using my ink. Out of habit, I grab my archival ink because it's what I use with mixed media projects, but you can use really an ink if you are not adding anything else other than your stamping, okay? If you're gonna continue adding sprays or any other product, I suggest you use an archival ink or a water resistant ink, like a waterproof ink. For this one, because it already has too much honeycomb, I'm gonna use this one. Just know that when you use archival inks, they are permanent inks, so they will stain your stamps a little bit. I have found that if I clean them right away, the stain is not as bad as if I just let it be. But it's something to keep in mind if you don't want your images, your stamps, I guess, stained. When I do this type of stamping, when it's a very small project like an ATC, I tend to stick to the corners, to the borders. If I were to be working in a bigger landscape, like if I had a more real estate to play with, I will also put in the middle, but here I think that is just fine. And then I have a fine liner. It is black, and I love doing this to my mixed media projects, and it is adding kind of like a border, and I am not really paying attention to being like a straight border, so I go a few times like so. I think it adds a little bit more of character to my work. And then you can add wiggly lines and stuff to those borders if you want to, or you can just leave them as is. You don't have to do this step if you don't like it, but I absolutely love it. And then what I do is that I come here and I do a little zigzag or a little wiggly line, more zigzag. Sometimes I just do little lines like so. You can come in one part of your ATC or your project and also go with your fine line like so. I'm gonna do this here as well. Before I add my stamps, I have filled out on the back as well all the information, and this is how they look like. And now all I'm gonna do is put my images where I want them and the sentiments, and we'll be done. And this is how my ATCs turned out. I absolutely love both of them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe. Don't forget to join the Whimsy Stamps Inspiration group on Facebook. The links are in the description box below, and I will see you next time.